Hi, I'm here to do a character ranking for Blue's Big City Adventure, which is a fantastic film that means a lot to me. In 13th place is Magenta, and I really don't like putting Magenta in last place, but she's barely in the film. She gets a cute little scene, but I think she deserves a lot more screen time and a lot more to do. In 12th place is Mailbox. It's nice to see him. He just doesn't have that much to do in the film. In 11th place is Mrs. Pepper. She's a really caring, responsible guardian and is a really likable character. She just doesn't have that much to do in the film. In 10th place is Frederica. I love seeing Blue's Room get referenced, and I think that her cameo was a fantastic, really fun inclusion, and it really felt great with Blues Big City Adventure feeling like a celebration of the different eras of Blues Clues by having the different hosts there. It was great to see at least a little bit of attention given to Blues Room, and I even love Frederica's birthday obsession getting referenced, so I really like that. In ninth place is Slippery Soap, and eighth place is Tickety Talk. They're pretty much just there to accompany Mr. Salt, but they're just really likable because they really care about those in their lives that mean so much to them, and they're just really charming characters, even if they don't have a lot of things that really make them stand out. I just really like having them there. In seventh place, the director, that's with Rainbow Puppy. I think that he's a pretty enjoyable character, and he's just kind of a good character for Rainbow Puppy to have interactions with. Pretty charming addition. In sixth place is Rainbow Puppy, who is a really upbeat character that's very important to the plot. And I really like what she brings to the film, and I feel glad that Rainbow Puppy got so much to do in the film. In fifth place is what I think could be considered a surprise. In fifth place is actually Blue. I love Blue. Blue's one of my favorite cartoon characters, but I feel like her role in the film isn't that big. Her screen time is big. She's in so many scenes, but her role doesn't really feel as important. It feels like her role is similar to Slippery Soap and Tickety Talk's role, where they're accompanying Mr. Salt, and that's kind of it. Where Blue is accompanying Josh, and she's a delightful, adorable character that I love having around for the film, but there's not that much that she would really get, and she feels like she's there, but she's not doing a lot of big things. A delightful character, but not as much that I feel like a title character in the film should get. In fourth place is Joe, and Joe is ranked the lowest of the human guardians for this particular ranking because Joe doesn't get as much to do as Josh and Steve. It's great seeing him. I love having the three of them together, Joe, Josh, and Steve. I love all that. And Joe has some really fun interactions with Steve. I do think that Joe deserved a little bit more screen time and a few more moments for him to really pop out, though. In third place is Josh. I think that Josh is a fantastic lead character for the film. His journey is really good and what he gets to learn, and how he gets along so well with the other characters and brings out so much inspiration to them and how they inspire him. There's so many touching, uplifting things to Josh's character, so I love him and I think he's great in the film. In second place is Mr. Salt. Mr. Salt is my favorite of the talking object characters, so him getting the biggest role by far is a delight for me. In a lot of ways, it almost feels like the film is specifically for me, and I think Mr. Salt is just hilarious. He's entertaining, and he's really likable in the film. I love how much he cares about helping Josh with everything, and the characters in general really care about helping Josh, but it really feels like Mr. Salt is the most dedicated to helping him, and they managed to make his character really compelling and lovable. And in first place is Steve. I'm such a huge fan of Steve, and seeing him come back, it just meant so much to me, and it really elevated the film for me. He really gets a lot of the best moments of the film, and I love how much he's actually used for comedy, with him getting distracted and not really focusing on what he should be. But he's also still very caring to Josh and really wants to help him. And I love him getting to be a detective and going on the adventure. And his very sweet first scene, that's adorable and that pulls on the heartstrings. It's just an absolute delight to see Steve. So he's my favorite character in the film. And you can let me know what you think of my ranking.